Hello and welcome from the cold in Scotland. A pretty wintry day. This is Elyssa Vulpes and today I am getting interviewed by the radio station K107 FM. So I'm pretty excited.
I have live in the studio with singer-songwriter Elyssa Vulpes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you then?
I'm good. I'm recovering a bit from a cold, but apart from that, I'm good.
Now, Elyssa, do you want to tell us first how you got involved in music writing and the music business?
Well, that was a long time ago. I guess it started when I was 16. I was at a school concert and I watched a guy perform Led Zeppelin Baby I'm Gonna Leave You and fell in love with that song and thought I gotta be up there.
Now, with regards to songwriting, what decided you on that?
Well, I actually started writing songs pretty early. I was 18 and it was just because I loved folk music, but I don't know, it came natural to me. I always had a penchant for writing poetry, and I thought, well, the difference between poetry and songwriting is really not that big. Especially when once I started playing guitar, I thought I could use those skills and translate them onto music.
Now, you mentioned there a little bit about folk. And what was the first album you recorded?
Well, this is an album that I recorded a long time ago, and it was just called Indie Folk Songs. And it was actually really inspired by some bands from the British Isles. One actually Scottish band called the Incredible String Band. And also Purple Convention and the Trees, that kind of 70s psychedelic folk music. I loved that. So that inspired that first album. And also the very traditional Scottish and Irish and English folk songs.
Now, obviously you've mentioned that album. There's a brand new album available at the moment. And over the next half an hour or so, we're going to give our listeners some tasters of what I regard some of the really good tracks on it. Holding On, Letting Go. Do you want to tell us about this track?
Yeah, so this song is about giving away our power, which I think often happens in relationships when we put somebody else on a pedestal and try to get validation from them and think, maybe, if this person approves of me and loves me, then I will be worthy of love. But actually, it's a trap and it dooms the relationship to failure. And actually what we need to do is then probably not hold on to it, but let it go and give ourselves that love and tell ourselves that we are worthy regardless, just because we're alive.
Now, with regards to Spotify, this is one of the most tracked singles. Is that correct?
Yes, this one and Frontline are the two singles from the album that are the most liked, if you like.
Yes. How successful do you feel this single was then?
I was pretty happy with it. Obviously, it could always be more.
Of course. All right.
When we met the first night, this guy's just right. We got on like a house on fire. Then we went for a walk. We talked and talked and talked. He looked into my eyes like he saw my soul. And I fell in love and I felt so holding on, letting go, running away. I wanted more, I don't know why. I gave him so much. then he went up his tower. I watched it get higher and higher. I stood in the desert for days, feeling like a ghost. But when he came, he said he could not quench my thirst. Holding on, letting go, running away. I wanted more, I don't know why. I've given so much power. Oh, I don't know why. I've given so much power. And he never told me the reason. His lips were so silent and cold. Oh, so cold. Soon enough he was gone, and I was left forlorn. Though I never thought this love would last more than one season. But I guess he got scared, or he just would not dare to let the light shine on the seed that he is sown. So he'll never feel the flame that would have grown. Holding on, letting go, running away. I wanted more, I don't know why. I've given so much power. Oh, I don't know why. I've given so much power. I don't know why. I give him so much power.
Holding on and letting go. And Elyssa is with us live on K107 FM. Elyssa, welcome back to the show. Now, do you want to tell us first off and tell our listeners where you're from originally?
Yes, so I'm from Italy originally, and I've lived in New Zealand and Scotland for the last 20 years.
And what brought you over here?
I always like to say destiny, actually. I came here when I was 18, and then I left due to many ups and downs of life and strange twists and turns. But I always wanted to come back to Edinburgh because I just fell in love with the city, and I tried really hard to come back. But you know, when you live in New Zealand, it's the other side of the world. It's quite difficult, and it took me many years, 12 years, but I finally made it back.
And what had brought you over to Scotland in the first time?
I basically was going around Europe, you know, for travel. I wanted to see Europe as a youngster, and when I arrived in Edinburgh, I just loved the architecture. It was so amazing, you know, and it's just the city. It's so different from what I was used to, and I thought, I want to be here. And also, you know, I loved how friendly the Scottish people seem to be, and I liked the folk music. You know, here they're really into folk music, so I thought must be the place for me.
All right, so you don't feel where you're originally from was much into folk music?
Well, not really. I mean, they have a thing called cantautori italiani, which is like, you know, singer-songwriters. But that's a tradition that, how can I say, it just fit up to a point. And then the mainstream music, Italian mainstream music, is really not my cup of tea.
What we're going to be doing over the next 20 minutes or so is giving you tasters of Elyssa's music. This next track is A Life Is But a Joke. Now, what can you tell us about this?
So this is a song...
Is it as the title goes?
Yeah. This is a song about a woman who watches her friends, you know, get married and have children and all that kind of thing. And she is just not doing that. And Although, obviously this is something that is natural to want, at the same time, I think there's also like a pressure, especially for women to do this. And if you happen not to, you're kind of weird. And anyway, so she looks at this friend of hers that's doing that, getting married, and she knows she's happy for her friend, but she also, there's a bittersweetness there, and she thinks, their friendship is not going to be the same now, and also, what about me? I'm being left behind. And I think in those moments, although this can be a very sad time, it's also important to kind of not take ourselves, too seriously. Try to inject some humor into situations that are sad, so that we honor our feelings, but we don't get sucked in negativity.
Well, we're about to take a listen to the second track today.
The clock is ticking on. The clock is ticking on. The clock is ticking on. Sitting here in silence, staring at the pattern, trying to make sense of the change within ourselves. You sail across the ocean like an old-fashioned soldier, and nothing I can do will ever change this simple fact. You finally found love. Instead, I'm still here searching. The clock is ticking on, and we keep getting old. La 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 la. La 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 la. The trick is to keep trying, like life is but a joke. You laugh and then you'll cry when it goes up in smoke. The time is getting closer to say goodbye, my friend. I guess it's not all over. One day we'll start again. You finally found love. Instead, I'm still here searching. The clock is ticking on, and we keep getting old. La 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 la. La 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 la
Right here on Logan's Lunch, we're joined by singer-songwriter Elyssa Vulpes. Elyssa, welcome back to the programme.
Thank you.
Now, tell us, since you moved over to the UK, how easy has it been to achieve some work?
Music work? Or?
Yes, music work.
Oh, music work. Yeah. Well, not that easy, really. If I am totally honest. If you mean paid work, not that easy. If you mean free work, loads of work.
All right. So let's go on to some paid work. Do you do much live work?
I used to do quite a lot, but the last 3 years I've really focused on recording. So I kind of shut myself off in the studio because I really wanted to get this done. So now I would really like to get back into live, gigs to promote the albums that I have spent those 3 years recording.
And would you go touring Scotland if possible?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. That'd be lovely.
Okay. Now, we've still got 3 more tracks we're going to be playing from the album today, and I'm going to ask you about Summer Romance.
Right, so Summer Romance is a song about what the title says. So a romance that doesn't really last more than the summer.
Have you been in that situation?
Oh yeah, of course I have. Lots of my songs are autobiographical anyway. And the thing though about this song, there's like a tangential subject within it, which is about the guy in this relationship is an artist, and although that's great, he is using art to kind of escape his problems. So just you can have any addiction to anything or any obsession to anything, art can also be used as an excuse to not really go deep or really open your heart with an H, using art without an H to avoid opening your heart.
Well, we're about to take a listen right here on K107 FM.
How can you stop a river from flowing? You can only swim or run away. Instead we stay landlocked in a standstill, waiting to see if the silence will turn into an embrace. Can we disappear into each other, my dear? Will our love win against our deepest fear? No, 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 love is not enough. Love's a dark lady with blinded eyes, and we're too lost even to say goodbye. Oh, is this just a sweet summer romance? Something that fades as the cold autumn days are advance. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah. Na 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 na. Oh, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. Na 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 na. And life is more important and sacred than art, no matter what you say. Art just tries to imitate life, but almost always miserably fails. Art is a medicine for a wounded heart, and art is the antidote, but love is a start. Art alone won't cure your ills when you're falling apart. And love, it would be enough if only we let ourselves fall, if only we let ourselves feel. Oh, but this is just a sweet summer romance, something that fades
Romance, another track from the brand new album. Now, whilst we were talking off air, you were mentioning, Elyssa, about a promotion. Do you want to explain a little bit about this?
Yes, so basically, if you like what you hear and you want to have 5 inspiring indie folk songs for free delivered in your inbox, all you need to do is just go on my website, which is ElyssaVulpes.com, and Elyssa is spelled with a Y and 2 S's. Slash, basically there's a little tab that says free song, and you just click on that, and you get 5 days of 5 free songs from the album.
Fantastic. So that is available now.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Now, 2 more tracks we are going to take today. The penultimate one is Lovely Day. And once again, presumably, there's a story to this.
Yeah. This song is set in Edinburgh. I wrote it in the Meadows. And it's about a guy with a really bad attitude who just basically values being right more than connection, and can't quite, can't appreciate the simple things, like a beautiful sunny day in Edinburgh, which is like amazing, when you get it.
Well, that's right. We all know that.
Yeah, exactly. And so the person in the song says, look, you got to change your attitude. If you don't change your attitude, we're not going to hang out anymore. And he doesn't, and so that's it. But the song is on purpose, kind of has that kind of jazzy and light vibe, because I didn't see this as a tragic event. It was more like, oh well, let's move on.
Fair enough. We are about to play this particular track. This is Lovely Day.
It's another lovely day in the springtime of our lifetime. Can't you see that it's okay? There's no reason to be sad. So let me take your hand and let's soak up all the sunshine. There is no more to be sad. Now's the only time we have. Are you listening, my friends? It's not over till we're dead. So drop your anger, don't get mad. It isn't really all that bad. It's not about being right. Come on and sit down by my side. Oh, do you think that I don't care? Or are you just really scared? Why do you keep being mean? Are you suffering with Cause all I want is only love. If you can't give it, then I'll go. Come on, tell me how you feel. is nothing. Never mind.
The track you've just gone and heard from Elyssa there, that one being A Lovely Day. Now, once again, I'll say thank you for joining us. Do you want to tell us what your plans are for the next, let's say, the rest of this year at least?
Right, well, and the rest of this year is dedicated to promoting this album and also getting ready for the next one coming out. I've got two more that are, one is completely ready to come out and the other one just needs mastering. So, so I'm going to focus on that while at the same time playing more live gigs.
Mm-hmm. And are you now still looking for a band?
Well, you know, I'm always open to having musicians come on board and start again. Yeah, absolutely. The most important thing really is a drummer because you know, I mean, I'm a drummer myself, but I can't really drum and sing and play guitar. So I need someone who is into my music and would be committed, you know, to work with me. Yes, so I am open to that, but I'm not currently pursuing it. Actively, I'm just playing solo because it's easy and I don't have to coordinate very much. But you know, if somebody out there is interested in joining me, then yeah, you know, head on over to my website and get in touch.
Okay. Now, do you want to tell our listeners your website and spell it out for them, please?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's ELYSSA VULPES, ElyssaVulpes.com.
Okay. Now, Elyssa, do you want to tell us about the brand new single that has gone and been released?
Yes, so that's called Front Line, and it's the anthem of my songs because it's a kind of encapsulates the message I have. You know, my songs are about inspiring, empowering people. I'm passionate about that, and this song is about when life gets tough and we get hurt, and we've kind of got a choice really. We could shrivel up and hide in our room, or we can, you know, lick our wounds and get out there again and open up our hearts again, try again, learn from the lessons, you know, learn the lessons from what has happened rather than let them make us victims.
Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you to introduce this. I'll say all the best. Thank you for chatting to K107 FM today, and can ask you to introduce this for us.
Thank you for having me. This is Frontline by me, Elyssa Vulpes.
I am fighting on the front line, though the victory's not mine. I swallow blood and pride, try to take it in my stride. I woke up and try again, I keep on playing the same old game. I war not fought with words of hate, only won by tempting fate. And though I'm wounded, I keep on going. My hurt's my wisdom, I hope it's showing. I wrap a bandage on my heart and move on till the battle starts. So won't you join me on the front line? Come and join me on the front line. Join me on the front line. Won't you join me on the front line? Come and join me on the front line. Join me on the front line. 'Cause if I run away inside to try and find a place to hide, I surely would avoid avoid the danger, but Miss was satisfied as my hunger calls out that soldier. All the lost causes, the back from the night, the rock of ages. I will not leave, so I won't suffer, or I would miss the love of another. I choose to leave and keep on striving. One day I'll win, or I'll die trying to live in this life, not just surviving. Keep up the fight and keep on shining. I want you to join me on the front line. Come and join me on the front line. Join me on the front line. Come and join me on the front line. Won't you join me on the front line? Join me on the front line. Come and join me on the front line. Won't you join me